Welcome, folks, to the wonderful world of hog raising. Raising your own hogs is more than just putting bacon on the table. It's about connecting with your food and understanding the land. When you see those pigs thriving under your care, there's a real sense of accomplishment. Fresh, homegrown pork tastes amazing. It's nothing like the stuff you find wrapped in plastic at the supermarket. Beyond the meat, hogs can be great partners on the farm. They can help turn compost, clear brush, and prepare garden beds with their natural rooting instinct. Hogs are surprisingly smart animals, you know. They each have their own personality. Adding hogs to your homestead or small farm can bring a new kind of life to the place. They can fit into a diverse system, turning waste into resources. This guide here is meant to get you started on the right foot. We're going to talk plain sense. No complicated jargon or fancy university talk, just practical advice from someone who's been doing this for a long time. We'll cover the essentials: how to house them, what to feed them, how to keep them healthy, and how to choose the right kind of pig for your needs. So, roll up your sleeves, folks. Let's learn how to raise some happy, healthy hogs. It's a rewarding path, and I'm glad to walk a bit of it with you. Let's get started. Alright, let's talk about where your pigs will live. Hogs need a good home, just like you and me, a place where they feel safe and secure. Their housing isn't just about keeping them contained, it's about their well-being and health. Space is crucial for hogs. Overcrowding leads to stress and sickness. Pigs need room to roam and root. Think about what's under their feet. Hogs love to root, so dirt or pasture is best. Concrete floors are hard on their joints. Fencing is crucial. Hogs are strong and curious. A weak fence invites trouble. Sturdy woven wire is a good option. Electric fencing can also work well. Make sure it's secure. Check it regularly for weak spots. Prevention saves headaches later. Let's move on to keeping your hogs comfortable and safe. Every hog needs some kind of shelter. Shelter protects them from the extremes of weather. The hot summer sun can be really dangerous for pigs, as they can overheat easily. Likewise, cold winds, driving rain, or heavy snow can make them miserable and sick. A simple, well-built, three-sided shed often does the trick perfectly. Good ventilation in their shelter is very important. You want fresh air moving through, but without creating a nasty draft. Stale, damp air is bad news. It can lead to lung problems like pneumonia. Bedding is another key ingredient for comfortable hogs. It gives them a soft place to lie down. It provides insulation and warmth, especially during the colder months. Good old straw is an excellent choice for bedding. Keep the bedding deep and try to clean out the really soiled spots regularly. And don't you forget about a wallow. Hogs don't sweat like we do, so when it gets hot, they need another way to cool down. Mud is their natural air conditioner. A good wallow, which is just a muddy hole they can roll around in, is a pig's idea of heaven on a hot day. The mud also protects their skin from sunburn and helps keep biting insects off them. Let's talk about swine health next. Keeping your hogs healthy is your #1 job as a pig farmer. Healthy hogs mean less worry for you, fewer vet bills, and ultimately, better quality pork for your family or your customers. The best approach to health is always prevention. This means paying close attention to your animals. Every single day, observe them, learn their habits. You need to learn what a healthy pig looks like and acts like. Active pigs are usually healthy pigs. They should have bright, clear eyes. Their coats should be relatively smooth, not dull or rough. They should have a good appetite, always eager for their meals. They should move around easily without limping or stiffness. There are some common health issues that can pop up when you're raising hogs. Internal parasites or worms are very common, especially if your pigs are on pasture or dirt. Skin problems like mange or lice can also occur. Cleanliness plays a huge role in maintaining good swine health. Always provide fresh, clean water. Keep their feed troughs clean too. Regularly clean out heavily soiled bedding from their sleeping area. Let's move on to essential medications and vaccinations. Section 5. Essential medications and vaccinations. A practical guide. Even with the best care in the world, folks, sometimes your hogs will need medicine. It's wise to be prepared for common issues. The first step is to find a good local veterinarian, preferably one who has experience with pigs. They can help you understand what diseases are common in your specific area, and they can guide you on responsible medication use. Vaccinations can be a useful tool to prevent some serious swine diseases. If you plan on breeding pigs, vaccinating for diseases like parvovirus, leptospirosis, and erysipelas, often called a PLE vaccine, is highly recommended to protect your sows and their litters. Deworming is something you'll likely need to do on a regular basis. Hogs, especially those with access to soil and pasture, naturally pick up internal parasites like roundworms and whipworms. Regular deworming helps keep your pigs healthy and thriving. It's a good idea to have a basic first aid kit on hand for your hogs. For those minor cuts, scrapes, or small injuries that can happen, an antiseptic spray like iodine or chlorhexidine is good for cleaning wounds. Follow dosage instructions carefully, and observe withdrawal times if the animal is intended for meat. Let's talk about choosing the right hog breed next. Section 6. Choosing your champions, a guide to hog breed selection. Now let's talk about choosing the right pigs for your farm. Different breeds have been developed over time for different purposes and different traits. Some breeds are known for growing very fast. Others are prized for being excellent mothers, raising big, healthy litters. Some breeds are famous for the exceptional quality and flavor of their meat. Before you buy any pigs, take some time to think about what your main goals are. Are you raising for your own freezer or for market? This will guide your choice. There are several popular commercial breeds you'll often see. Yorkshires, those big white pigs, are well known for their mothering ability and large litters. Durocs, usually reddish-brown, are famous for their rapid growth rate and the lean, muscular carcasses they produce. Hampshires, with their distinctive black bodies and white belt, are also good for meat production. But don't overlook the heritage breeds, folks. These are older breeds like the Tamworth, which is a ginger-colored pig known as a bacon pig, or the large black, a docile pig that does exceptionally well on pasture. No matter which breed you lean towards, always start with healthy, well-bred stock. Try to buy your pigs from a reputable breeder. Let's move on to hog nutrition fundamentals. Section 7. Fueling your fleet hog nutrition fundamentals. Good feed is what makes good pigs. The feed you give your hogs is the fuel for their growth, their health, and their overall well-being. Just like us, pigs need a balanced diet to thrive. This means getting the right amounts of protein, energy from carbohydrates and fats, vitamins and minerals. Protein is absolutely essential, especially for building muscle. Young, rapidly growing pigs have the highest protein requirements. Common sources of protein in hog feed include soybean meal, which is widely used. Energy is what keeps your pigs active and fuels their growth. This primarily comes from carbohydrates and fats in their diet. Corn is a very common and excellent energy source for hogs. Fats and oils are a concentrated source of energy. They also help with the absorption of certain vitamins and contribute to healthy skin and hair. Vitamins and minerals might seem like small things, but they are absolutely essential for all of the pig's bodily functions. Calcium and phosphorus, for example, are critical for developing strong bones and for milk production in sows. Most commercial hog feeds will contain a balanced vitamin and mineral premix. If you're mixing your own feed, you'll need to add a specific swine mineral supplement to ensure they get everything they need. Skimping on nutrition is a false economy. You'll pay for it later with poor growth or health problems. Let's talk about feeding through the stages next. Section 8. Feeding through the stages, from piglet to market hog. Feeding hogs isn't a one-size-fits-all deal. Their nutritional needs change as they grow from piglets to market hogs. Initially, piglets rely on their mother's milk. By 1 to 2 weeks, they show interest in solid food. Offer them creep feed, a high-protein starter. Once weaned, they move to grower feed. At 150 pounds, switch to finisher feed. They eat this until they reach market weight. Fresh, clean water is critical throughout. Water intake affects feed consumption and health. Check waterers at least twice a day. Let's sum up your hog raising adventure. Section 9. The rewarding journey. Summing up your hog raising adventure. Well, folks, raising hogs is quite a journey, isn't it? It has its share of challenges, no doubt about that. There will be days when things don't go as planned. But the rewards are truly something special. You get to produce your own healthy, delicious food. You learn valuable new skills and become more self-reliant. You get to connect with the natural cycles of life and the land in a very real way. There's a deep satisfaction in that kind of work. If you remember the key things we've talked about, you'll be well on your way. Provide good, comfortable housing with plenty of space. Maintain clean conditions for your animals, offer them the right kind of feed for their age and stage, and perhaps most importantly, practice careful and consistent observation. Get to know your pigs. These are the pillars that will support your success in hog raising. Happy, well-cared-for pigs almost always mean a happy, successful farmer. Don't ever be afraid to ask for help or advice along the way. Find other farmers in your area who raise pigs. Talk to them. So, my best advice to you is to get out there and give hog raising a try. You might just be amazed at what you can accomplish.